Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. It's been quite a while, but I wanted to do a quick short flight since just taking advantage of the really good weather today and at Miami and checking out the new Jacksonville scenery that me and my team made for A300 12. And we're going to be taking up the iniBuilds A300. It's not going to be the freighter, it's going to be the American Airlines livery. So, we are going to be flying this thing up to Jacksonville. It's going to be about 30 minutes of your time. It's going to be a really short flight. But I just hope you guys really enjoy this flight. I haven't done an A300 flight on stream before, so this is pretty much the perfect opportunity to do so. Your favorite poser, welcome aboard. It has been a while, yeah. It definitely has, but I figure now it's better late than never. I'm gonna go ahead and configure some stuff before I turn on the aircraft. Alright, that should be good. External power, chocks, air stairs, one left. That should be good. And fuel truck, maybe the catering thingy. And we should be good for startup. The external power is connected, so we can go ahead and get some stuff rolling. So, battery 1, 2, and 3. Generator on, external power on, galley. Power, turn that on, no smoking sign on. Turn on our nav and logo. Armor emergency exit lights. Oxygen and isolation valve on. Let's get our IRSs aligned. Alright, so that is the one thing I forgot to do on pre-flight, and it is the load sheet. I usually do this before anything else because I like to get my aircraft all loaded up and ready before I set up my perf stuff. Let's take a look. 340 for cruise and for zero fuel weight. I'm pretty sure it was 110. Yeah, 110.4. I've done this flight like 2 other times off a stream, and I fit some stuff with True Earth since it's not compatible with 12. I just kind of had to fit up some scenery.ini stuff myself. Oops. And yeah, but now True Earth works, and there should be no overlapping airports and that or any of that. Let's go ahead and load the fuel and the stuff. Ah, rip. Yeah, TSA always ruining the party for us. Very common TSAL right there. Let's go ahead and get our stuff ready. Our fuel pumps are on, probe heats and window heaters are turned on. Alright. But yeah, thanks for coming along, your favorite poser. It definitely has been a while, but just hoping to do something at least after so long. So Miami to Jacksonville. Go ahead and load that in. We don't have a company route. Line IRS, we'll do that in a little bit. 340 for the cruise flight level. We are not flying on VATSIM today. I need to brush up on that NetStream, maybe on Microsoft Flight Sim or something like that. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, American 1344 for today. So far, I haven't, since I never streamed A300 12 since it came out. I've had it since the first day that it was released, the beta, the public beta, and I can say that it's definitely a huge step up. Well, there's definitely some stuff that's left to be desired, but I would say that the differences between A300 12 and 11 in terms of some graphics are pretty abysmal. So I wouldn't go as far as to say that the simulator looks too similar to 11. I mean, it does in some ways. Like default scenery wasn't improved. Some other aspects, which I can't really think of at the top of my head, haven't been added yet. But there has been I have seen some some news on future updates, and it's looking pretty promising, to be honest. Maybe it won't top Microsoft Flight Simulator in terms of graphics, but I can say that I've been pretty satisfied with it myself. Coming from Plane 11, it's definitely an upgrade, and I'm happy with it. 12.5 for the block fuel, 110.4 for the zero fuel weight, and the center of gravity is 27.9. Definitely, it's the same information from the last time I flew this route. So we're gonna do Miami, 8 left. We're gonna do the, hold on. It's the Flamingo 1. Departures, stymie, transition, and we're going to insert that. And after stymie, it's going to be direct to the Orlando VOR. It's going to be 112.2 today. Great. Go ahead and clear that discontinuity, and it's going to be the Pogi 2 star into the ILS runway 26 at Jacksonville. Let's go ahead and take a look here. There it is. Okay. Well, I am pretty satisfied with this. Okay. Let's get our takeoff stuff ready. Takeoff perf. I'm gonna look up the METAR for the Miami. I mean, I could also tune into the ATIS, but sometimes METAR is just kind of faster. So 33 for the outsider temperature. Winds are going to be 260 at 9. It's going to be 1015 in hectopascals. That's going to be the QNH, the altimeter. And we're going to press on this FMC data button. That should load up some stuff from the FMC that we already loaded performance-wise. And it already loaded up our runway, the ICAO code, so that's pretty neat. And now we're going to do toga, and we just have to click on compute right there. And there we go. And those are our V-speeds and stuff like that. So we're going to turn on our pitch trim, yaw damper, and auto throttle system. Might be a good idea to start switching on that ABU, because we want to push back out of here pretty soon. And now we're going to set our, first let's send the data to the FMS. And it should say receive company data. So let's go to init, wait no, it's takeoff approach. And we have to set the V2 speed on the FCU. So it's going to be 151 knots. Alright. For the altitude, it's going to be 34,000 feet. Flight level 340 today. Fantastic. That is if I am not wrong. Yep. We can set the heading selector in a bit. Flight director should be on both sides. There we go. And the altimeter should be synced, but we're going to set it to 29907, and that should sync across all the altimeters. 29907 for today. Let's call the pushback guy. Let's get on out of here. Sometimes it's like some weird stuff happens with better pushback in Plane 12. I'm not sure if any of you have had the issue where
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
where it takes you further, than you're supposed to be. By the way, you guys should tell me if the audio is fine, because I haven't set this up in a while, so I don't know if my my desktop audio is higher than my mic by too long. I'm gonna lower my desktop audio a little bit more. I'm actually gonna take a look at that in a bit right now. Alright, should be fine. Okay, perfect. Let me just go ahead and, there we go. Alright, I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. Seatbelt signs are coming on, beacon lights are coming on.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
And we're gonna get our external power CHOX air stairs, our fuel truck and catering truck out of the way. Awesome, fantastic. Let's take a look. Let's see if my thing works. Okay, great. My radio panel works. My physical radio panel. I thought I hadn't set that up, but it's great that it works. I've never used it on the I9. It's gonna be a beautiful sunset departure today, guys. Just take a look at that. If any of you think that the clouds look a bit wonky right now, Laminar is going to be working on a really big cloud update for 12.06. So and that will be a pretty big update from what I saw. Like the clouds have like subsurface scattering and stuff like that. It's super cool. Like I personally am loving those previews. Alright, fantastic. Let's go ahead and start engine. Let's set our ignition to B, start B, and open the start valve for engine 2. The N2 is going to start coming up. Mind you guys, the engine sounds are absolutely fantastic. I am a huge fan of engine sounds on this thing. I'm not sure if you guys can listen to them all that well, but they are absolutely fantastic. I really hope you guys can hear them. Man, this thing is really, really good. Alright. I'm gonna wait for that EGT to chill out a little bit. You see how it took me way further than that taxi line that we had previously set? That's because it is a better pushback issue as far as I know. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 100% sure that it's not supposed to do this. But at least we are aware of it, and we are using it to our advantage. Alright, let's go ahead and start engine number 1. We're gonna get taxiing right out of here pretty soon. I've heard a real life pilot usually says that they start up they introduce fuel to the engine between 17 and 20% N2. So let's go ahead and get that fuel introduced right about now. And the engine sounds are fantastic. By the way, guys, I updated my specs. I have a 39D on this computer now, and the FPS at Miami is still pretty atrocious. Maybe because of the 3D people. I don't know. There's like pretty sure there's millions and millions of polygons worth of 3D people inside that terminal. Because if I look over here, my frames automatically improve like a crap ton. Let's take a look at that outside view. Looking fantastic in my opinion. Alright, let's stop the pushback guy. You don't want it to go way too far. Alrighty.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, let's wait for that EGT to drop. Alrighty, awesome. So he's putting the nose down there. Just kind of waiting on that EGT. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and shut down the APU. And we are going to set the speed brakes to armed. And lower the flaps to 1515. Hold on. Let me check. Yeah, there we go. As you guys can see, they are going down. 15, 15. 15, 15 means flaps 15.
Connected, unbypassed has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
So flaps 15 and slats 15. Let me set the transponder to TARA already. There we go. That TARA warning is off already. So flaps are set. Let's go ahead and turn on our nose lights. And I'm pretty sure we are ready to go. So let's go ahead and get rolling here. Parking brake is coming off. Let's set the auto brakes to mats, just in case we happen to experience a rejected takeoff. And taxi on over runway 8 left. Alright, what do you guys think of Wrestling 12? I never asked you guys that. Not even the server. By the way, if you are here and you have not joined our Discord server, link should be in the description for that. You should join and hang out with us whenever the server is actually alive. Tatsing a little bit quick, but I really want to get off the ground. What is up, Bernard? Welcome to the stream. Really glad to have you here. It's been a while, right? Captain Lee, welcome on board. So nice to have all of you here. Frame racer's starting to come up again. Whoops. Let's get this thing back on the center. One thing I have noticed about the iniBuilds A300 is that if you add too much rudder input, you will get that feedback for sure. So I would recommend just slightly making corrections. I wouldn't recommend making too exaggerated corrections, because it is quite annoying to get the thing back on the center once you have it like completely off. So good to see you stream again. Thank you. It has been a long time. I'm very glad that you guys are here. Now let's just make the turn here. We'll eventually align it. Let's get our lights on. Oh, see, this is what I told you guys about the rudder input. I applied too much pressure there, and look at what happened. Alright, let's set this thing to continuous relight. And I'm pretty sure we are ready to depart. Pretty sure. Let's get this thing aligned. And we'll get right on out of here. Look at that beautiful view of downtown Miami. This is what I love about Orbit's True Earth. You really get to experience like some insane ortho imagery, and also the scenic parts of southern Florida and northern Florida as well. Substance and Blender is a piece of cake to define number fully finished from start to finish in like 5 minutes. Oh, awesome. Good to hear that that's facilitating for you. Anyway, start the clock. We are pretty much all set. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of the ground. 40% and 1. There we go, 40% and toga. I am manually doing toga today because I could not find the button, but that's fine. It's only this time. Alright, we're past 100 knots. Wow. V1 rotates. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Positive rate gear is coming up. Beautiful. Look at that takeoff. Wow. Those views are fantastic. Just look at that, guys. I am loving that. This is very screenshot worthy. Alright, let's go ahead and set our range. I think our range is fine. We're just going to kind of follow the sol waypoint and then make the left turn. Let's go ahead and take a look at those views. Wow. Looking great. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring the flaps up a little bit. Bring those down just a tad to hit S speed. And turn the autopilot on. Alright, speed's coming down. Auto throttle, profile nav, and whoops. Autopilot 1, not 2. That should be good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna hit auto throttle, but I kind of wanted to bring my thrust down, like on my physical quadrant before doing that, because I didn't want to disconnect auto throttle and then just like on short final and then have this thing freaking firewalled, you know. But yeah. Look at that. Wow. Now we can take a look at some views more properly. How's the sound going for you guys? Is the sound too high or too low, you know, simulator wise? Gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you, Captain Lee, for that feedback. Yeah, I haven't been flying this thing for too long. But I have been having a blast with this airplane. I'm going to go ahead and start turning off my runway turn-off lights and my nose lights. I'll leave my... Actually, I'll turn these off as well. Turn up game sound just a tad. Okay, great. That is what I thought. Alright, we're past 10,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and turn these off and turn off the seatbelt signs.
The captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. You're not removed by the captain. However, we recommend you keep your seatbelt back even when the seatbelt sign is off in case there is an unexpected turn.
How are the views looking, guys? Pretty good. Pretty good for sure. I'm not really sure how Orbets does their ortho color correction, but they are actually they just absolutely nailed it. All the buildings match the ortho, and it's just phenomenal, in my opinion. They've done a phenomenal job with True Earth. Not really sure what else it takes to update True Earth, and that's Fort Lauderdale right there. Seems to be an issue with the Orbats airport version of it, because there's only the garages and the terminals aren't there, but yeah. Alright, so So there's that. We have taken off. Right now we're at about 5 minutes, just about 25 more minutes until we descend actually. So it's a pretty short flight. We're gonna hit top of descent in like 10 minutes, and it's only gonna be 15 more minutes after hitting top of descent before we actually make our descent into Jacksonville. We might be going live tomorrow and trying. Great. Yeah, it's Jacksonville honestly really is a really fun airport to fly into. I personally enjoy flying into Jacksonville like quite a lot. It is very fun. 100%. Oh, and continuous relight can come off now. And our altimeter can go to standard. We're way past 18,000 feet. But hey, better late than never. Thank God we finally have a good KJAX here. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I personally am pretty glad we do have a new KJAX scenery, because there has been a lack of a good payware for a while, and we delivered a pretty acceptable version, to be honest. But yeah. Oh, accidentally put this down. Alrighty. We are climbing out. 25,000 feet into what? Yeah, 7 minutes. You want to redo the ground, which you will be working on soon? Great. That's great. That is great. Yeah, some of the ground textures could improve. I mean, they look pretty alright. I guess it's passable, but they could be better, definitely, especially in terms of PBR. We could definitely add some more PBR to those textures and make some more improvements on that, but yeah. No, I don't mind. You can do it. In fact, I would appreciate it. If you want, you can use my concrete tile texture for that. Sure, yeah. It's up to you though. Just take a look at some of the references people have sent on the server, and or take a look at some recent flight videos, and maybe that'll do it for the references, and you can make something pretty good looking. I'm gonna set my MDA from now. It's gonna be flaps 30 to 40. Wait, can I change the V approach? Let's take a look. No, I can't do that. We're gonna fill out this page once we start descending. Let's see. Yeah, so top of descent, we're within 160 miles from top of descent, so it should be a pretty short flight. Alright, that's great. That's great. Pretty relaxing. I would say about 40 to 50, maybe 45 minutes for touchdown. Maybe 50. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm definitely enjoying this flight so far. The sunset's looking pretty good. Not really sure what's going on with the horizon there. Might be an issue with my settings, I don't know. I mean, I have had that show for me quite a bit. Not really sure what that's about, but yeah. I don't mind it too much. Making the one in Blender is gonna be a pain. Well, I can send you my my one blend files. I mean, it's not too difficult. It's pretty simple. I mean, I definitely struggled with my first one, but after that it was just a bit natural. It just came naturally, you know. But yeah, we are currently cruising at flight level 340. We are going to be making it's going to be a fun approach. We're definitely going to come in pretty fast on that approach though, because I've usually turned my final approach speed on at the, well, let me turn on my constraints. I don't think we can see it yet, but at that point right there, actually, I turn on my final approach speed, so I start putting down my flaps and stuff. And I go at about 200 knots until that point, which is about I'd say maybe a 15-mile final, 10 to 15 miles. It's fine. Yeah, you can rewatch my tutorial if you need. I mean, it could save you some time of figuring things out. I love this thing, this freaking screen. It's so cool. It's one of my favorite things about this airplane. It's just like really cool how I can see my flight details and like time elapsed and distance to destination, stuff like that. I'm not really not an A300 geek, so I'm not 100% sure if they had these on the real aircraft, but if they did, that would be pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Concorde had it. I mean, sure, if you say so. But I do recommend going over it every so often, just to, you know, get the information in your head. Sometimes I even like the simplest stupid tutorials I rewatch. Sometimes like when I'm on a car ride, on a long car ride or something, and I'm not driving. It's pretty cool because I'm just, you know, I'm putting all the information in my head again, so it's just kind of sticking with me. That's just kind of what I do sometimes. Yeah. It's not a bad idea, but it's totally up to you. I mean, descent should be in about 80 miles, a little bit over 80 miles. So yeah, should be touching down within like 40 minutes, probably 45 minutes. How do you all feel about these clouds so far? I feel like they are an improvement over the 11 clouds. I've never talked about X-Blink 12 on this channel, so it's kind of like my opportunity to get my thoughts out. they could definitely be better, but like as I said earlier, Laminar is coming out with some updates pretty soon. 12.06 being one of the most promising ones in my opinion, because I think that will be the update where they're going to bring some more cloud improvements, and I saw the subsurface scattering is super good. So they're making really big improvements to these clouds, and they're making them more realistic. And they're also making like new types of clouds, and you know, making the weather look a little bit more realistic and fits in some glitches and here and there, and you know, yeah, 12.06 is definitely really promising. At least to me from what I've seen. In the both technical and visual aspect of things, I personally feel like it's going to be really, really good. Probably one of the biggest updates X-Plane 12 has received since its launch. Oh, that reminds me. I have to turn on my lights. I tried doing this at night and it did not go well. I could not find them. It took me a while, but I eventually found them, but it's just super difficult, and the night vision goggles don't help at all. So I recommend doing this while you can see the cockpit. I haven't really quite figured out if this top part right here has any floodlights maybe. I don't think it does, but I mean, there's these navigation display brightness knobs, but that's just about everything I was able to find for lights on this panel. I wasn't really able to find anything else, but yeah, I really hope maybe. Oh, Shan Patel, welcome. Change your PFP. Probably never will. It's been a while. I've been using the same one for years. Watching since like 2019. Oh, that's great. I've had this. I know, I haven't changed it since like 2020. It's been a long time. But yeah, it's great that you're here, Shan Patel. Good to see that you're an old timer. Really great to see you here. Really appreciate you hopping along today. It's not going to be long before we descend, so we're going to see some pretty cool night lighting at the Jacksonville Rotate Aviation. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember you. Sorry, can't speak today. Yeah, it's. I personally feel like in the graphics aspect, the screen space ambient occlusion makes a huge difference over X-Plane 11. So X-Plane 12 has just made such a huge freaking difference in terms of that. And some new graphic sliders like rendering distance, stuff like that, you know. The new animated trees as well. So nothing too crazy, but the changes that they did make, I mean, I personally was satisfied with them. Haven't been here for a while, just like we're streaming. How's life? Great. I've been doing pretty good. Your voice is pretty soothing. Haven't gotten that one before. I appreciate it though. But I'm doing pretty good. How are you? How is life for you? You're still on X-Plane 11? You gave up on Infinite Flight? Oh yeah, trust me, I did too. At some point I just chose PC sim over mobile sim. It's definitely a huge change, because you know, you get to fly airplanes way more realistically. You see way better graphics, you know. It's just a massive difference over Infinite Flight. Man, huge difference. But yeah, X-Plane 11 is I'd say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not as good as X-Plane 12, but in my opinion, I mean, at least for me, but definitely does the job. I enjoyed S-Plane 11 quite a lot while it was out. It was my favorite simulator, even over Microsoft Flight Simulator. I still prefer S-Plane. And there's very few people. Well, there eventually will be very, very few people who choose S-Plane over MSFS. Infinite Flight community. Oh yeah, I've seen really bad things on Infinite Flight. Like, the Infinite Flight community just kind of, it's just kind of weird, you know, the Discord servers that they have, like Infinite Flight ATC, for example. Like, the rumors I've heard from stuff on there are really crazy. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and I don't understand, like, how it even is like that. Like, the S-Plane 11 and MSFS community isn't even that bad. So I don't understand what's wrong with the Infinite Flight fanboys. It's pretty wild, in my opinion. But yeah, IFATC is one of the communities in which I've heard really terrible rumors. And I've definitely seen some pretty bad stuff happen in that community for the few years that I was in it. But yeah, S-Plane 11 over MSFS, definitely. I mean, for me, I prefer the handling, you know, the flight dynamics, the blade element theory over the graphics in Microsoft Flight Sim 90% of the time. But I do admit that sometimes I opt in for Microsoft Flight Sim because I do have some add-ons that I like to use, like the fly-by-wire A320, it's excellent, and some sceneries like Chicago and Fort Lauderdale. I have a few for Chicago, actually, some payware ones, pretty good. Yeah, exactly. All the OG YouTubers are gone. Like, Swiss001 doesn't do Infinite Flight stuff anymore. Like, when he used to do Infinite Flight, those days were like absolutely elite, in my opinion. That was just like peak aviation content, in my opinion. Because he was funny and he didn't do like voiceover videos. It was like his Tuts videos were like so funny to watch. And yeah, I mean, it is a mobile flight simulator, so I would expect like a lot of kids to go on it. Yeah, I haven't played Infinite Flight since 2021. And it is definitely yeah. And Pocket Rishi, I'm not sure if Pocket Rishi still uploads, but he was a really good Infinite Flight movie YouTuber. Pocket Rishi and Aviator Dan. Well, actually, Aviator Dan is like literally the only Infinite Flight content creator left. All of the other ones just quit. I mean, it doesn't really bother me too much. But I'm gonna tell you something. What really bothered me was when Jeff Avignano moved to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. It was super. It was just disappointing because I absolutely loved his Explain videos. And seeing him move on to Microsoft Flight Sim, like, I understand why he did that, but personally, I just wish he still did Explain content like once every so often at least, you know. Aviator Dan is done, actually. What does he do now? What does Aviator Dan do now? I thought he worked at Infinite Flight, but yeah, Jeff was really good. Yeah, it kind of, like, I still do watch his content, like his Microsoft Flight Sim content every so often because I love his videos. But I just wish he still did Infinite Flight. I mean, sorry, Explain content, because that was just peak content creation for Explain, in my opinion. So 001 just went in a very steep downhill, very steep downfall. I don't know. After he quit Infinite Flight, like, his Infinite Flight videos were pretty funny. I do have to admit that. But now he just kind of gave that all up for sponsors and content. I don't know. Like personally, I don't really like I just kind of get bored watching Swiss. Like I haven't watched any of his videos in a long time, but I don't really, I don't find him entertaining anymore. Definitely not as much as I used to. Oh yeah, definitely. I have a very good flight sim rig. It's on my Discord server, I think. But the thing is, like, if like going to infinite flight is kind of pointless because I can just fly on my computer, and get all these the graphics are 10 times better, as opposed to infinite flight that literally looks like a freaking it just doesn't get any better than that. You can't really mess with the cockpit controls. You always have to fly like an exterior view. It's kind of boring, you know. So. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shoot. I think that plane's gonna crash. Give you some watch time views. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, it crashed. Hold on. Let's see if we can load back on. Let's see if we can load back onto the flight. Let's take a look. We might be able. Yeah. The real hats, welcome aboard. Yeah, we may have walked into a crash. I'm not really sure how this happened. But let's see if we can get it back. I mean, as far as I know, I can reload a previous flight, but resume last flight. Let's see if this works. Let's see. Let's see where this loads us up. Might take a little bit of time to load. Sham Patel, you probably do know him. He's been here for a pretty freaking long time too. Yeah. I'm not really sure how that crash happened. I've done this flight 2 times, and it hasn't crashed. And this is the one time that the flight decides to crash. Like, really? Come on. Okay. Alright guys, let's not panic. Let's go back on. Personally, I doubt this is gonna work, but it's not. I mean, I guess it's worth a shot. Might take a little bit to load, guys. It's gonna take a couple minutes. Man, this sucks. I really hope this loads. The worst thing is that I deleted the folder for the autosave off of the iniBuilds aircraft folder because this wait a minute. I think it autosaved. Hold on a minute. There's a new autosaves folder. I don't know if it I don't know if this is gonna load up, but if it does, I'm gonna be so happy. Man, I really wish this loads. I really hope this loads. iniBuilds autosave isn't on the thing anymore, but it might work, you know. Might just work. Come on, please. Oh my gosh. Moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. I mean, I do have True Earth in the background, so that's probably why it's taking so long to load.
Pushback failure. Aircraft appears to not have any steerable gears.
Well, we are back in Miami. Guess what that means? It did not work. So autosave did not work, which sucks, but I guess I could I don't even know what to do. We're so far into the stream that I don't even know if we should restart the flight or if I should just quit it here. Probably not worth it. Okay. I need to decide what I'm gonna do. It's a short flight, you could do it again. Yeah, I guess I could. Let me just go ahead and do this start new flight so that it just reloads. Okay. So ground ops, hold on, let me just configure this so that I can get off the ground like immediately. All barometers, everything. Ground ops. Alright, let's try to speed run this thing. Alright, load sheet, load sheet, load sheet. 110.4, 12.5. Load payload and fuel. I literally cannot see anything. Oh my gosh, dude. Hold on, let's make it daytime for a bit. How did the APU generator turn off? I don't have a great feeling about this. Let's just give it a shot. Alright. Let's make it nighttime again. Hold on, let's turn on our stuff. Let's get our stuff rolling. Alright. And I am pretty satisfied with that. Let's go ahead and do that now. Alright. Let's turn on the fuel pumps. The probe heat window heaters. Actually, whatever. Let's go ahead and turn our nav and logo or beacon lights. And no smoking is on. Let's head on over to the MCDU. Go to the FMS. I don't know. Let's just put in the information here. Just trying to speed run this pre-flight, guys. American 1344. Costin, that's 15. Flight level 340. Align IRS. GPS primary. That's page perf. Block 12.5. Zero fuel weight 110.4. 27.9 for the center of gravity. I haven't even checked, but I'm probably, yep, it's that. Miami SID is going to be the Flamingo 1. Hold on. 8 left. Flamingo 1. Insert. Flamingo. Orlando. VOR. 112.2. Into Jacksonville. Star of the ILS runway 2 sits. And it's going to be the Poggy 2 star. Insert. Alright, let's go ahead and set up our takeoff perf stuff. Takeoff perf. Let's get the METAR. Miami METAR. Where is my altimeter? Okay, 299.7. The outside air temperature is 33. 33. Wind is 260 at 9. FMC data compute. And actually, no, we're not doing flats. We're doing toga today. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and send this data to the FMS. Let's get our APU started up. Beacon light is on. Seatbelt signs are turning. Okay. Anyway, 151 is going to be your V speed. Our V2 speed. So let's go ahead and set that on the FCU. Heck, let's call it pushback guy now. Start pushback. Okay. What was I gonna do? Okay. I already set my V2 speed. I need to set my cruising altitude, flight level 340. 340. There we go. 340. Altimeter is 299.7. It should be synced across all the barometers. 151. Mode Charlie on the transponder. We are ready to push back, guys. APU is available. External power is coming off. Go ahead and head on over to ground ops and get rid of our external power. Chocks our air stairs, our fuel truck, our catering and passenger bus. Return. Bam. We're done. Alrighty, guys. That's that was interesting, but we're gonna try again. Look at the chrono. What in the world? Hold on. Let's just make sure we set that to run. That time is definitely wrong, but let's just leave it like that. Alright, it's gonna take about
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright,
Starting pushback.
where's this thing? Where's the thing? The armrest. Okay, there it is. Engine 2, start valve is open, bleed is on, so N2 should be coming on. Alright, guys. I think that was about 5 minutes for pre-flight. I think that's the shortest I've ever done. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it in time. It's going to be about an hour of flight time. I wonder if this APU is powerful enough to turn both engines on at the same time. I don't really know, to be honest. Of course the CTD had to happen. Alright, flight director's turned on. Alright, EGT is coming down. Alright, let's tell the pushback guy to shut up. There we go. That's good, thank you. Engine 1 start valve is open.
Operations complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And 15, 16%, 17, okay. We're trying to flight again. Did you check the log? I did not check the log, but it's probably Orbit's True Earth. That's my guess. because I made changes to the scenery packs.ini, and I haven't done a flight with the changes. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming that kind of had to contribute to the crash, because True Earth really isn't compatible with 12, but we're kind of forcing it to be. But that's okay. We're trying again.
So is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Alright. Let's go ahead and set our flaps. Whoa. Okay. So we should be, we don't need the APU anymore. Set the flaps to 1515. Alright, there they are, they're coming down. And we're actually going to be taxiing to the runway now. Those like the taxi, runway turn off lights on, wing lights. I'm going to turn those on now. Alright. Alright, let's speed on over runway 8 left. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But yeah, as I said, it might have to do with True Earth. It wouldn't make sense. But hey, I figure why not try it? You know. Oh, we are roaring down this runway. I mean, taxiway. Look how fast we're going. It needs to be done. There's no other way to recover that quickly. I can't turn it off now. Turn it on now. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Don't mind the gear lever. I'm gonna try that thing you told me with the auto throttle takeoff. Actually, I don't know. I'm 100% sure. Because I want to get it. Kind of want to get out of here quickly. So. Alright, let's get our lights on. So strobe lights, landing lights, nose lights to take off, and all of those should be all set. Pretty much ready to go. Transponder should be set. Pretty much just start the clock and bring her on to 40%. Alright, hold on. Let me firewall it. You mean during takeoff or after takeoff? Alright, rotates. There we go. It's coming up right after takeoff. And I'm gonna set my auto throttle. There we go. Auto throttle, profile, nav, autopilot is turned on.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Yeah, it's gonna climb. Why is it doing that? There we go. I guess I have to hand fly it for now. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm not in a rush. Not really. Start making the turn. Alright, now I'm gonna try the auto throttle. Alright, there we go. Nav, profile, there we go. Alright, now it's climbing. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. This thing's just kind of trying to kill me or something. Anyway. Oh, forgot this. The pack should be on now. Don't want to suffocate our passengers. Alright. We are on our way to Jacksonville now. Hopefully this thing doesn't crash one more time. So it's just automatically on the navigation display. Cool. Anyway, that was funny. It's not going to be so funny if this thing crashes again. But let's just hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, these are coming off. Seatbelt signs are coming off. Ignition off. And let's go ahead and continue on our climb. 18,000 feet would be transition altitude. I am so lost. Anyway. So that probably delayed our landing by like literally 40 minutes at the very least. That crash definitely delayed our landing at least 45 minutes. I just pray that it doesn't happen again, because imagine it crashes again and we're not able to recover it. That would suck. Big time. This is the type of stuff that only happens to me, by the way. But then we're up in the air again, so it doesn't matter. Alright guys, we're making a cool climb. Pretty cool climb. Everything's chill. We're not dying. Sim's not crashing. So, I have high hopes for this attempt. guys. No idea what just happened, but we're rolling with it. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Yeah, Sim isn't crashing for now, but obviously can't really guarantee it won't happen again. So just kind of gotta watch out. Watch out. I'm gonna try not to move my camera around, because maybe like when it's refreshing, I'm moving my camera and it's like the scenery's trying to load. Like it might try to screw with me or something. I don't know. Super dark outside. I feel it's Orbets. Oh yeah, it definitely is Orbets. I don't even have a single doubt that it's Orbets. But it doesn't hurt to try again. Maybe it won't crash this time. I did one flight with True Earth, but the Orbets scenery loading order was wrong. So I redid the scenery order and ran the stream. And I mean, it's not really supposed to just crash like that. If all I did was reorder the scenery packs.ini, so those are our storm lights. We don't really need them though. These are our dome lights, which we don't really need either. I mean, I can see perfectly fine without them. Maybe during hold on. Let's take a look. It doesn't seem as if there was a flight engineer on board, but if there was, they would probably turn them on. Like on aircraft like the 727, I feel like they probably turn them on. Some of the classic Boeings as well, because otherwise how would you see at night, like the paperwork and all that stuff? Alright, now we're cruising at 34,000 feet. Just about to leave our transition, Flamingo transition. Whoops. Not really sure why that's not at standard. Oh wait, I think it was at standard, but I kind of screwed it up. Anyway, once again, a little bit over 80 miles before descent. I really hope it doesn't crash again, but obviously gotta be alert because it is possible. It was around this point, or maybe even further than this point, that it wanted to crash. So actually, when we started turning right there, that's when it started crashing over Orlando VOR. This is the 120 mile mark. Yep. So just about 100 miles off of our top descent point. It really is a short flight, so it's not a huge deal, to be honest. We should be on the ground in about 30 minutes, 35 minutes probably. Some more like 40 minutes probably. Makes a lot more sense. But yeah. You know what it also could be? I recently connected my my panel, like my radio panel, and I didn't fly with that yesterday. So I think it could be that as well. Because it's like a really old plugin for S-Plane 11. So like that could have messed with, potentially could have messed with my S-Plane thing. But yeah. I think the reason why my auto throttle didn't work after takeoff was because it was because I was taxiing really fast. So you see how like my spoilers deployed? I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. Because it probably thought I was already landing, since the spoilers deployed, because I was like freaking fast. Yeah, if it crashes again, I'm gonna check the log. So yeah, that's why I think the auto throttle didn't engage, otherwise it probably would have. About 15 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna try not to do anything during that turn, because during that turn was when I crashed. So I'm gonna try to not do anything, of course. But yeah. It has been quite an interesting flight today. Quite interesting for sure. Our top descent point is going to be in about 80 miles, so that's probably, I think that was the point where I crashed. Like, well, not crashed the plane, but like where the simulator crashed. So I'm pretty sure that might happen again. well, no, I'm not sure that that might happen again, but I'm pretty sure that if it were to happen again, it's probably going to be there. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye out. I'm not going to mess with the simulator. I'm not going to touch it or anything. I'm just going to let it load its stuff. We're going to make the turn ever so smoothly. And we're going to get over that turn, and we're not going to, you know, crash, hopefully. Alright guys, we're going to be coming up on that turn pretty soon. We're within 80 miles of the target. This is 60 miles, I think. Yeah, 60 miles. So we're not going to see the top of the descent point just yet. But once I do see it, I'm going to stop messing with my sim, because it might start, you know, reloading the Corvette stuff, and we don't want the sim to crash again. Hopefully not. You know, hopefully it won't happen. Did you guys see that Miami is going to start doing the Miami to Portland route on Alaska Airlines? It was on the, you're going to laugh if it does. Of course you would. I saw it on the Miami airport Instagram. It's pretty interesting. I don't know, like, I didn't know there was demand for that route. I mean, I'm sure there was some demand, but didn't think there was enough demand to make it a new route. Oh, you know what it also could have been? It could have been Simlink, because Simlink just suddenly opened. Navigraph Simlink hasn't been updated since like a really long time. Actually, it hasn't been that long. It's been a couple months, but I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to think of every possible factor to the simulator crashing the way it did. Hold on, let me reset my MCP altitude to 2,000 feet right now before the turn. Alright, 2,000 feet. And that should be good. Let's not mess with the sim now. Alright. I'm really scared. More likely Orbets, so it definitely is Orbets. Flight Simmer, welcome. Welcome. It is pretty late where you are, so I appreciate you coming along. Alrighty guys, we're coming up on that turn. I am not 100% sure what to expect, but I am really scared. This is going to be the second attempt, by the way, because the simulator crashed right on this VOR frequency. And I'm like scared because I don't know if it's going to crash again. And we're coming up on the VOR again, and we're about like 20 something minutes into the second flight. Yeah, thank you for the feedback on my voice. It does not, it didn't really change that much. It changed a little bit, but slowly but steadily. Slowly but steadily making that, making my way down. Alrighty, guys. I thought X-Plane doesn't crash. This is literally the third time I do this flight. That's two times that I did this flight before, X-Plane did not crash. And this is the one time where I actually do the flight on stream and it decided to crash. Well, I mean, to be fair, I haven't done this flight with this exact same configuration before. Well, it's really similar. It just has a reordered scenery packs ini file, but I don't think that should matter that much. I'm pretty sure that kind of that may have contributed to the crash. It could have also been Navigraph Simlink. It could have also been the airplane. I don't know. I don't know what to blame it on. The stream, I bet the most random thing. Yeah, it's pretty random. I don't even, I didn't even expect to stream today, to be honest. I just kind of said, I'm gonna stream, and I just started streaming, you know. And I mean, this is a pretty good flight to do on stream. Sim Aviator did it on the same plane with the same livery. Oh wait, actually, it wasn't the same plane. It was the A321, but it was the same route. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. I mean, you're a moderator on his channel too. You should know. Where are my lines, dude? I made a tutorial, a substance painter line tutorial for Lee, and I think I should send it to you. Alright guys, 20 miles before the ORL turn. ORL VOR. Freaking stupid VOR that made us crash. Alrighty. Kinda scared. Kinda scared. Not gonna lie. Nah, like, genuinely, you should watch that thing. Cause, like, if I'm retiring from scenery, you should learn how to make them lines. So, I'm doing you a favor. You think I'm not doing you a favor, but I actually am. The worst part of this is that I am attempting this at night, so I can barely see the cockpit buttons, which might force me to zoom in a little bit, and that might refresh X-Plane too much, and I don't know, it makes it more likely for it to crash. Flight Simmer, would you trust Lee with the lines? The Microsoft Flight Simulator scenery lines. I mean, you could tell him what you wanted to do. He might be able to give you some lines. Yeah, I mean, okay, fine, if I find time, I'll do them tonight, otherwise I'm gonna give them to you tomorrow, alright? Alright guys, moment of truth. We are coming up on the ORL, Oscar Romeo Lima VOR, and we are about to find out if the simulator is gonna crash again, or if it's not gonna crash again. This is the most exciting moment of the month. Most exciting thing that's happened today. This month, more like. No, it's not a different format, Lee. It's a specific arrangement of the lines. In a way that MSFS can read them, you know. Where the retextured buildings, I loaded them up into Substance Painter, but I haven't retouched them. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, we're about to make the turn. We're about to make the turn. And this is where I decide to zoom in. Oh my gosh. I haven't moved the simulator in like 10 minutes. He needs to feel the pain. Yeah, I understand that. Anyway, I'm just kind of, you know... Okay. It's gonna... Any moment now. Any moment now, guys. We have started the turn. Is it gonna crash? Is the simulator going to crash? Let's find out. It hasn't crashed yet. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nah, I can't mess with the zoom thing too much. It's been stuttering a little bit, definitely. Please crash. Y'all jinxed it. Haha, joke's on you guys, it did not crash. Flight level change. We're calming down. We're calming down to 2,000 feet. We're gonna make a quick descent. Holy moly. Yeah, Lee, the freaking root collection thing, it can be a sneaky thing. You gotta make sure that your outliner is set up correctly. Like, you might not notice when your object is outside of the root collection. That's just something to keep an eye on. Switch this to VNAV descent. No, Flight Simulator, it's stuttering because it was freaking reloading the scenery. It's something I'm already used to. Anyway. I'm trying to be really cautious with my movements here to not make the simulator crash. I don't want it to freaking crash. Imagine it crashes when I land. Well, I don't have Volanta, so I highly doubt that'll happen, but let's not jinx it. Alright, temperature 27 degrees Celsius. Wind's gonna be 250 at 9 knots. The QNH is gonna be 1011 in hectopascals. Honestly, it is surprisingly warm for nighttime. Compute the stuff, and that should be all set. Alrighty, guys, we're making our way down to Jacksonville. How much until landing? About 20 minutes, I think. Maybe even less. Actually, I think we'll land in like 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. It is not I mean, it is a pretty quick descent. 15 minutes, I'd say. I'm getting this figured out. I'm making a library for freeware sceneries for the community. Tier Designs library. Okay. That's pretty cool. It is much harder than it looks like, though, because you have to like make a library.txt or something like that, and you also kind of have to like make like the weather maps for your asphalt, you know. Especially for Spline 12, it gets much harder with Spline 12. 15 minutes, too long. 15 minutes too long? You can't wait 15 minutes? I haven't been live in a year. I expected better from you. You're literally a moderator. What's the point of you being a moderator if you can't stay up until 3 in the morning to watch Aviation Master live streams? Yeah, it is pretty boring. Pretty boring stream, especially because I freaking crashed. You already made the weather maps? Actually? Or are you using Nuts coders? I don't know how much I should trust that statement, Lee. I mean, on the bright side, if I crash, you'll get to laugh at it. So, That is 15 minutes well invested. Yeah, it should be like 15 minutes. It's not gonna be that long. Like, we're already coming up on our transition for the star. And you can see, like, we're less than 80 miles away from the airport, and you know that's gonna take like 15 minutes. Wait, those were custom weather maps? Like, made by us? Or did you use ETS coders for that? Let's see, I'm gonna check. Polygons, weather map. So it was only one weather map. Flight simulator. I've had some school stuff. It's not only all free time. Well, not lately, but maybe in a week I'll be like 100% free to work on the MSFS stuff. Custom made those. Oh, okay, cool. You're not supposed to mention her on freaking. Oh my gosh. No, I'm being serious. Like, what else could it be? Amazingly exciting stream. I'm not offended. If you're trying to offend me, that was a very poor attempt. See if I care if you want me to mention it or not. Okay. Yeah, someone cancel him. Anyway. 129 knots. Just... Wait, aren't you on your computer? You should be on your computer, not on your phone. That's lame. That's freaking lame, bruh. Anyway, Jacksonville METAR, refresh 2985. That would be the altimeter. So 2985, go ahead and change that thing. Awesome. Okay. Alright, 17,000 feet. Dude, are you gonna watch my tutorial? If you're gonna model a hangar, just freaking watch my tutorial, dude. You're not gonna be able to do it on your own. Just mark my words. My my runway number tutorial isn't enough. It's not enough information. Maybe I should also like model a control tower and make a tutorial for it. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, guys, let's bring the range down here. Shiner, making a left-hand turn. Gonna be really careful here. We're making a turn. Do not watch this. There isn't any more. Well, it's only okay. Hold on, you're exaggerating. It's only the height that's inaccurate. It's only the height. Lee, do not put 4 meters as the height. It's 6 meters. Please note that. I got the height wrong. Okay. It's yeah. I'm getting. This is what I get for streaming. This is what I get for streaming. To be honest, I mean. I can't complain. If I decided to stream, I'm gonna get bashed by X-Plane and all of you. What is that? Is that a freaking... What the heck is that? Oh, that's a nuclear plant. Yeah, there's a bunch of those around Jacksonville. Yeah, that's what I said, Cleo. Anyway, we're making a nice little descent, reaching our transition to the star. I am very excited for this approach and landing. And by the way, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to watch replays because I tried to watch a replay before on the iniBuilds. Dude, the Pensacola terminal was just pure genius. I had to merge my model with yours, and the freaking model was still good. Yeah, I might have just used that on my on myself. Yeah, I know Lee, but I don't know if that'll work. Hopefully it will, but I don't guarantee anything. That's my point. Anyway, guys, keep bashing. Just kidding. Don't bash me. I'm trying my best to put out some quality flight sim content for you guys. Alright, we're making a turn. We're making a turn below 10,000, but I'm not gonna move the camera. I'm not that stupid. Not until we're done making the turn. Alright? I was talking about the initial Pensacola, not yours, obviously. Yours was perfect. Yeah, sure it was. Remember who made the back part, the hardest part of the terminal? Me. I was the one who modeled that monkey. It should work. Okay, yeah. It actually worked with the Tolus. I used that method on the Tolus and it was pretty good. It's pretty good for sure. Seatbelt signs are coming back on. Let's bring this thing down. Let's do this. Let's bring this thing down to the ground. Yeah, Cleo, you're freaking lazy. You can't even do the hardest part of a terminal. You have to get a freaking 16-year-old kid to do it for you. Is that the airport? It might be. It could be. Is that 40 miles out? It would make sense. I don't think anyone has looked at the back part at your... Okay, well, first of all, I don't need anyone's approval on, like, someone on this stream that I'm not going to mention. My back part was still really good, both topology and visuals wise. So well, I could have textured it much better, but to be honest, I'm satisfied with how it turned out, so shut up. I don't care what you say. Alright, you guys see what I mean with speeding at a low altitude? I'm probably going to be at about 250 knots at 2,000 feet, and I'm not going to do anything about it. Oh my god. There is no way. There is no way. Oh my gosh. No, I don't. Of course I don't. I've been drumming for 6 years. What are you talking about? Alright, this is our, yep. What are you kidding about? We're gonna keep the speed at 250, I don't care. We're gonna get to the airport fast. We are speed. Cannot be any different. It's not an aviation master speed, I mean stream, if you're not going 300 knots at 4,000 feet. Like, it really is not an authentic stream. Like, if anyone ever impersonates me and is actually flying the way they should, then rest assured that it's not me. Not like anyone will ever try to impersonate me, like, who am I anyway? But the night lighting is actually looking really solid at Jacksonville. That might be due to True Earth, I imagine, because of the city lights and, of course, the floodlights at the airport itself, which we are going to be taking a look at. Gosh. Man, I really... Hold on. Alright. Let's maintain 250 knots. We're about 20 miles. Yeah, hand placing all over 200. Oh yeah. I'm gonna hand place like 500. Nah, way more than that. Like 1,000 lights at Minneapolis. 100% sure I'm gonna be placing that many at least. It's gonna be a really huge pain in the butt. What do you think about the default laminar floodlights? Do you use your custom lights? Or would you say that the laminar floodlights are fine? I don't know why, but laminar research, to be honest, laminar research always freaking, like, whenever it comes to literally anything, I'm gonna be honest, they just completely, like, everything just suddenly, like things like floodlights or ground textures or building textures, like everything will always need an improvement. I don't know what it is, but yeah, graphics wise, I'm not gonna give it to them. I'm not gonna give them that point, but flight model wise, 100% nailed it. Alright. Would you guys say I'm at a reasonable speed? Totally reasonable. I would say I'm definitely at a reasonable speed, like 250 knots. At 2,000 feet is just how fast everyone expects you to fly. Especially companies like American Airlines. I would totally get hired. Might want to start slowing down to 220. It was actually a sarcastic comment because I will not slow down. I will speed up, if anything. Oh my gosh. It's freaking doing it on its own. I did not ask you to do that. Oh my gosh. Why is it slowing down? Can I go to the frickin' live stream dashboard and ban this guy? Just kidding. Speed constraints? Yeah, screw speed constraints. Screw that stuff. That's boring. I am not gonna let that one slide, mister. No. First time I've ever had to use the ban hammer on the freaking moderator. It's so funny. It's so funny how how a comment was removed from, like, a moderator's comment was removed. Imagine. I want to start setting down and notch the flaps. I know I should, but I'm not going to because I'm gonna speedrun this approach. Well, not really, but we should be landing in about 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Why is it taking so long? Okay, you know what? Land mode. Let's capture the localizer. I don't care if we're in profile mode. We're just gonna capture that thing and fly right on down to the runway. Because, I said so. Oh, and let's set the frequency. 250 is gonna be the MDA. The ILS frequency is gonna be runway 26 is gonna be 110.3. The course is gonna be 257 degrees. It's not gonna shoot over the localizer. Just watch. Just watch. It's gonna capture it. Oh my gosh. I'm so qualified for Ryanair. Watch. It's gonna capture it. And it's also gonna capture the glide slope. We're intercepting the path right now. Watch. It's gonna go green. We're not gonna overshoot it. Watch it. There it is. Watch the glide slope come alive right now. This is what I call an aviation master approach. It does not get any better than this. Just mark my words. It's just how I roll. There it is, glide slope alive, gears coming down, flaps down, let's bring them right on down. Alright? Oh my gosh. This is gonna be interesting. Oh yeah. And we're not even setting the final approach speed yet. Oh yeah. And we're gonna butter it. I don't even have the landing rate monitor, but I just know that it's gonna be the best approach, best landing ever. Yeah, night landing looks insane, to be honest. 1,000 feet, 200 knots. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. We're taking over now. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Look.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink
Just
rate.
pitch up. The
Sink rate.
speed is gonna drop like a stone. Just watch. Auto throttle off. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever done. Why do we still have the frickin' airspeed warnings? That was funny. Clearing them at 60. There we go. Alright, reversers are out. Manual braking. APU. Start. No sight taxi. Strobe lights are coming off. Landing lights. Whoop. I'm gonna keep one of them on. Actually, I'm gonna keep them on for taxi since it's like the nose lights are like literally super dark. Anyway, welcome guys to Jacksonville. Local time. Pretty sure it's about 9 o'clock. Alright. Look at that. The simulator crashed. We made it to the airport at least. Well, guess what? I'm gonna be rolling the ending music. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys checking out my stream. It was a really hectic flight, but we made it to the ground, and to be honest, I had a lot of fun today. Even though this flight wasn't perfect, I still had a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you guys for coming along, and I hope to stream sometime soon this month, or maybe next month, I don't know, but hopefully next flight goes better. And yeah, thank you once again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.